When I was a kid.
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 When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. But the preparation provided by my primary education left me ill-equipped to compete academically at the secondary level, and in the process, my dreams of spacewalks were discarded, replaced with aspirations of making ends meet because there are no directed studies for students with interplanetary ambition, leaving my mission plan incomplete. How many others find their dreams unattainable? The least we can do is acknowledge that our young astronauts may not fly to the moon, but they can still shoot for the stars if we provide them with fuel.
The first big word I learned was carotene, and at 7, big words were something to be hoarded like seats at the swing. Beta-carotene, better known as the chemical in carrots that help you see, and all I ever wanted to see was clearly. So I painted my self-portrait orange because Crayola doesn't make Chinese Filipino crayons. It was either white or black, and I don't match that. And brown was too deep a hue to be confused as untrue. My second grade classroom looked nothing like the 24 pack of Crayola crayons, except for the fact that 24 kids were packed into a class. If education is truly beyond race, why are we taught that the darker shades are last to be placed on the rainbow? I just want to color myself beautiful.
When I was a kid, my genetic makeup was a mixed roll call of racial slurs. Whitewashed native, chink, Jap, had them slapped onto me like school name tags. The teachers tell us to keep our hands to ourselves, put our heads down, walk in a straight line, and keep quiet. But tell me, how many kids remain silent every time someone judges them by the color of their skin? How many run away, ditch, or transfer out because of these racial differences? The answer? Too many. You don't need a college degree to know that some things just don't add up.
When I was a kid, it was white sheep, black sheep, me. I wanted to be the first black president, but I could barely read. I spent a year in math sitting behind a Confederate flag while the rest of the kids got to choose their own seat. And while they learned how to spell their names in cursive, I was delicately placed in the back of the classroom to be the ringleader of my own personal circus. Here, I was told to color inside the lines and cut out papier-mâché starfish. And when the rest of the kids finish, then you can get started. And the only time I ever felt I was participating was when the other kids would argue whether or not my hair was real or it was made out of carpet. And I didn't understand because the only difference I could see between them and me was the fact that my skin was a little bit darkish. But what's a mother to do when her beautiful black boy comes home from school and says, "Mom, I want to be white"?
Sometime in the midst of first grade, a bunch of us kids were diagnosed as colorblind. And so in art class, we spent our time finding new ways to paint old themes. We created rainbows laced with magenta and sunsets with turquoise beams, and it seemed perfect. We painted chartreuse people with purple eyes, and we called it beautiful. In our minds, all colors were equal, and since we couldn't tell the difference between red and green, the difference between black and white never felt right. And the only thing we knew about brown is, well, that's what you got when you mixed all the colors in the same pot. And so we painted doctors, musicians, and professors any color we felt like. And while all the other kids thought we were wrong, our teacher told us not to stop. She told us that we were painting the future.